Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be birthday haul number 2. I know you guys are probably tired of me talking about my birthday, but you guys, you only live once. This is my last year in my 30s and I want to celebrate myself. So I do have a large haul and I decided to split it up into 3. And this one is in collaboration with Favgrance, or I should say in partnership. I don't know what the right word to say is because this video isn't sponsored. They just sent me 3 items so that I can talk about the company. They are a new discounter and you've probably seen them on YouTube already, but they are trying to get their name out there. They have been reaching out to various YouTubers and asking if they can send items. Now, I actually reached out to them. One of my dear friends said that they had a stories where they were saying that they were looking for new collaborators. They were already working with several other YouTubers, so they said that they will let me know when their next round is. And then they reached out to me and told me, all right, we're ready if you're ready. And I'm like, I sure am. And the timing could not be perfect. So how they treated me as a collaborator YouTuber, they treated me well. I haven't worked with anyone who's treated me bad. They let me pick 3 items. I picked 3 niche perfumes, no problem. They had me go through their site. I will say that their site is pretty standard. It's not anything overly appealing to the eye. They're kind of like any normal discounter, I would say. So when they had me looking through it, of course I wanted to pick, 3 that I really wanted. So I did go through their entire site and it was page after page. But once I did my own separate order, which I'm going to go over, I used them the way I would use any other discounter, and I basically put in the name of the perfume it was that I was looking for, which is how I normally shop anyways. I was sent 3, and then I did purchase 3 separately. I purchased 2 through my mom. I know I had said 3, but it was because I purchased 3, but 2 of them were through my mom. She used her name, her credit card, and her address, and then I reimbursed her, although she did end up paying for one herself as a birthday gift to me. And then when I did a search for a perfume that I wanted, they came up cheaper, and I did purchase from them a second time through myself. So 3 of these were purchases made separately, whether that was via me or my mom. I know it's a little confusing, but we'll go through all of that. Now, I've had these perfumes for almost 30 days. I would say about 20. They were kind enough when I asked them if I can push it out to like that 30th day. They were pretty good about saying, yeah, like I told them, I'll have it up by my birthday. And they were really nice about it. When my mom placed her order, she placed it on a Saturday. And I want to say it got there that Thursday. So her item got there pretty quickly. The 2 perfumes that I ordered through her. And then when I purchased one separately, because I found it the cheapest on their site, that one got there, I don't know exactly, I was trying to see. I think it got there a little bit longer. I think it was like the following week. So yeah, I ordered it on February 26th. They shipped it out the next day and I got it like 5 days later. So it's very standard. Fragrances are shipped ground no matter where you go to. Some are longer than others. This, I would say, is one of the faster ones. There are some companies that take a little bit longer, and sometimes I do have to email them. I'm not going to call them out, but I already know that when it comes to fragrances, I can expect that. So would I recommend them? Yes, I would recommend adding them to your discounters. If you're a person like me who shops discounters, I would definitely recommend using them. I don't use any discounter exclusively. I look for the cheapest price. And like I said, I was looking for one in particular and they were the cheapest one. So definitely one I would say add to your discounter, because the perfumes that I've picked up from them, I can't imagine them not being real, just because the longevity and all of them are great and they performed well. And I did pick up one where I have the travel of it and was able to compare them. So let's go ahead and get into the fragrances. Okay, so first we're gonna go through the 3 that were sent to me. And first we're gonna go through my scent of the day. This is Byredo Bal. I've seen a lot of people talk about this perfume in particular, and this is my scent of the day. You guys, I love Love, love, love this perfume. I'm so happy with the 3 that I got. There is one that I'm on the fence about, but this perfume, first of all, look at the stunning presentation. This is a magnetic cap. It is plastic, but it's, you know, magnetic. I like the simplicity of the bottle. This is a beautiful vetiver scent. Now, you guys know that Dennis isn't crazy about vetiver. He doesn't dislike this scent, but he said it smelled clean. And this is a unisex fragrance. This is aromatic, citrus, woody, floral, fruity, fresh, spicy, white floral, powdery, sweet, and earthy. And this has Amalfi lemon. This has, I don't know if it's tagetes or tagetes. It looks like a type of flower, black currant, bergamot, African orange flower, violet, cyclamen, jasmine, vetiver, amber, musk, and Virginia cedar. And this is just this reminds me of like the rainforest. This is a very earthy, kind of woody. This doesn't come off fruity to me. You do get like the citrus in the opening. But for me, I get that musk, vetiver, and cedarwood in the dry down, which I really like. This is a very unique scent. I don't have anything like this in my collection. This was a hit. This was like a love at first sniff, and I have been wearing this for the past 3 weeks on and off, and it hasn't lost its sparkle. If you guys haven't watched my declutter video, I do talk about perfumes that like that love at first sniff and then they lose their sparkle. This isn't one of them. This is a perfume that sometimes I crave, and not crave like a gourmand. It's just like I want to feel clean. I want to feel put together. This is like a very beautiful unisex fragrance. This is an everyday casual perfume, but you're going out. Like maybe you're gonna go to brunch, or you're gonna go meet up with some friends for like lunch or dinner. But this was a love at first sniff. I'm really happy with this one. Now, this next one is from Tiziana Terenzi, and this is Andromeda. First of all, the packaging on these perfumes are stunning. I mean, look at this. This perfume was definitely a love at first sniff. I'm not gonna say it lost its sparkle, because I still think this perfume is beautiful. Oh, yeah, it's pretty. But that opening is what captures my heart. The problem with me in this perfume is the peach. I like peach in my perfume, but I want to say this is more peach dominant. Like I get the peach a lot in this perfume. And it's not overly synthetic like in other perfumes I'm going to be talking about soon. It is kind of like, I don't want to say shampoo-y, but there is something clean about this one. And I do enjoy it, but because of the peach that's in here and pretty much stays in the life of this perfume, and because of how great this perfume performs and the longevity of this perfume, it does get a little bit annoying after a while. And this is one I would definitely say do not overspray. I made the mistake of overspraying this one. And then I tested it out again and I sprayed less. And I definitely would say that this house is one that less is more. Because of its great performance and longevity, it's not something you have to overspray. There are a lot of perfumes that I overspray. This ain't one of them. This actually made me sick when I oversprayed it. This is a very, very strong like. It definitely got me intrigued in the house so much that I picked up more from this house. And this is among the top, I would say. It's just the peach in here. It's pretty dominant in here. But let me go over the notes on this one. So this is described as woody, sweet, vanilla, white floral, amber, fruity floral, powdery, yellow floral, and green. And this has top notes of ylang-ylang, water jasmine, bergamot, and grass. Middle notes of peach, pear blossom, lily, white heliotrope, a violet leaf, and damask rose. And then the base notes of cashmere wood, ebony, coconut, tonka bean, amber, vanilla, and sugar. So I am hoping that with time, I'll get some of the other ones. But for me, this is powdery. I do pick up florals. The peach in here is like the star. And again, that is Andromeda by Tiziana Terenzi. All right, so next, and the last one that they sent me, this one was already on my radar So this is another love of mine. And this is the one that I was able to compare to my sample that I had gotten, and also that I compared the packaging to Delina. So I did my investigative work. Because again, this is a new company to me. So I even checked the embossing and it seems legit. And it performed just like my travel spray. But this is, this is Athalia by Parfums de Mali. And here is the bottle. Okay. So let me go over these notes. So the main accords on this are powdery, iris, musky, white floral, amber, violet, animalic, earthy, citrus, and sweet. And this has notes of orange blossom, iris, white musk, and amber. And for me, this is all about the iris, the musk, and the amber. This is a very iris dominant scent. It's got a powderiness from the musk and then the amber that adds warmth to this. Now, I'm sure there might be more notes to this than what's listed, but this really is like more simple. Like I do really only get those notes in here. I don't really get the orange blossom too much. For me, this is about the iris, the white musk, and the amber. Gorgeous. And again, this is Athalia by Parfums de Mali. All right, and then now let's get into the scents I picked up separately. And this is Tiziana Terenzi's Delox. I believe that's how you say it. This one I picked up because they said that this one smells like that intense cafe and Mancera's, what is it? Roses Vanille. And then you guys know that recently I fell in love with Florence by Swiss Arabian. So this is a scent that I'm very familiar with. I have decants, but they all have something about it that just I don't like. And I would say out of the ones that I've tried, I've really enjoyed Florence the most, but something in it was coming off very synthetic. So everyone kept saying that this one was more beautifully blended, or that this one was better than Roses Vanille. And since this one didn't have the sugar note, it's replaced with like a honey note. I figured I would probably like it more. And I do. I still love the tartness that was in Florence. Florence also, their sweet note was praline, which I preferred over the sugar note in Roses Vanille. This one is more sweeter than Florence. Again, Florence is a little bit more tart. But this doesn't have the synthetic note. So I think I'm going to really like this one for fall, because this is a scent that I prefer in cooler weather. So I'll definitely have to test this one out more and follow it up. But I think I finally found that kind of intense cafe that I've been wanting. And none of them smell overly coffee. Like I have other perfumes in my collection where I pick up the coffee more. Intense cafe, I never got the cafe, honestly. I do pick it up on paper in Delox, but on my skin, I don't really get that coffee. I'm hoping I'll get it more down the road. But you guys know I love rose. Rose is a new love of mine, and I've been wanting a dark rose. I've been getting a lot of fresh rose scents. Again, this is a house where I just enjoy the performance. I enjoy the longevity, and I enjoy the price point. It's niche, but at a more affordable cost. Like most of the perfumes were like around 100, under the 120 mark, which to me is nice. That's like a nice price for niche. And this one kept coming up, and it's Porpora. And again, this is another one from Tiziana Terenzi. And this one's compared to Portrait of a Lady, which I've never smelled before. So I did hear that this house does have like inspired perfumes, like they smell like other perfumes, but at a more affordable cost, because it sounds like Portrait of a Lady is a little bit more expensive. I still don't know, like this is definitely not a rose I'm used to. This is a new kind of rose. This got good reviews, but I don't know. I asked Dennis what he thought, and he said it's another Razzie perfume. He's like, that's going out. It's definitely different. It's definitely more of a real rose. And you guys know I don't care for like old school vintage rose, but this is like a real rose. And when people would say it's like a rose and the stem of a rose, I'm like, what? Now I get it. It's not bad. It's just I don't know if it's me yet. This is a darker rose. Like you're wearing almost like you have a red lip with this. Like I could almost see a woman doing the tango with this scent on. That's what I think of. That's what this smells like to me. A woman out on the dance floor doing the tango, you know, where the guy has the rose, or she has the, what is it? One of them have the rose and they take it out of the other one's mouth. That's what this smells like. It's kind of spicy. It's got like a freshness to it. Let's look up the notes. So this is described as amber, warm, spicy, rose, balsamic, sweet, smoky, floral, patchouli, fruity, and woody. And this has notes of rose, raspberry, clove, cinnamon, Bulgarian rose, incense, patchouli, poppy, myrrh, musk, amber, benzoin, and chestnut. And this isn't a scent that I'm ready to just like give up on, because it's interesting. I need to know if this is my kind of rose. This is definitely one I want to wear going out, because there is something kind of sexy about it. So I'll definitely have to follow this one up at a later time, because this is one that I just recently got. Okay, and then the last one I got, this one was actually the one that my mom ended up paying for my birthday. But this is BDK Parfum, and this is Tubéreuse Impériale. I think it's how you say it. But Tubéreuse Impériale, if you want to say it in English. But when I sprayed this one, because my mom brought them over, and then we sprayed them together, she's like, I want that. So, do you see that atomizer? Look at that. This is tuberose. This is a very tuberose perfume. This is going to be very beautiful for like spring. This one's described as white floral, tuberose, woody, yellow floral, vanilla, powdery, amber, sweet, animalic, and warm spicy. And this has Indian tuberose, ylang-ylang, jasmine, Egyptian jasmine, iris, Madagascar vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, Kashmirian incense, Singapore patchouli, and cypress. And for me, there is a warmth to it that I think I'm getting from the ylang-ylang. Like it's kind of got something about it that's a little, you know how ylang-ylang kind of gives off that kind of, I don't want to say beachy vibe, but it's kind of found in perfumes that tend to be a little bit more beachy. Like this is warm, but not warm like vanilla warm. Warm like floral, like warm florals. So I do get like the yellow florals in here. And the tuberose in here starts off like that bubblegum tuberose, but it does get buttery in the dry down, for me at least. It starts off very kind of bubblegum, kind of that pink flavor, like how it tastes, that's how it smells. But then when it dries down, it does get a little bit more buttery on my skin and turn into more of that buttery tuberose. I don't really get the jasmine. I don't get a lot of the notes in here. Like I don't really get the patchouli. I don't really get the cypress or the iris. For me, what I get the most is the ylang-ylang. I get the tuberose and the vanilla in here. And this is just a very warm, like tuberose, yellow floral scent. It's very pretty, feminine, not girly. This is a very feminine, women of all ages, springtime kind of scent. A warm, like I almost see a pasture of like yellow flowers and a woman in a summer dress wearing this. It's very, something about it's kind of comforting. It's a clean scent, but like with a sweetness to it, kind of like Prada La Femme. They don't smell the same, but if I had to put this in a family, it would go in that family. It's like a clean scent, but with a sweetness to it. Something about it's very warm, very yellow floral. I don't get the jasmine in here a lot. Like this is more, to me, more about that buttery tuberose. So this was another hit. This was a very successful haul. And I want to thank Favgrance for reaching back out to me after I had reached out to them. Thank you so much for sending me perfumes. And again, guys, I went ahead and purchased some of my own because they are a retailer that I will use. I would suggest adding them to your list if you do shop discounters. Not everyone does. Some people do not feel comfortable shopping discounters, and I completely understand that. But let me go over some of their coupons and discount codes, because who doesn't want to save? So they did send me discount codes that they want you guys to be aware of. For any first-time customer, which my mom did use this, use welcome 10. You get 10% off your first order. So one of their ongoing coupons that they always have, if you can't find something else discounted, is their minimum 50. So if you buy something for a minimum of $50 and you use that discount code, you will always get $7 off your order, which is basically some of the tax. Because again, you don't pay for shipping, but you do pay for tax on the perfumes. Well, I think it depends on what state you live in. In Florida, I got tax. They also do 20% off on Prada by using the code Prada. Mancera by using the code Mancera. Creed, use the code Aventus. Montal, use the code Montal. And then for your first order, you get your first free ebook. I didn't read through mine, but if you want to read, you get that for free. That's nice. But that is my second haul. Really happy. I am trying to get a little bit more into niche, and this was a nice way to do it. I got some free, and I picked up some myself, and then my mom did buy me one. So my last haul will be coming next, and that one's gonna have everything. That one's gonna have affordable, it's gonna have designer, and it's gonna have niche. But that will do it for today's haul. Let me know in the comments below, have you tried any of these perfumes? What are your thoughts on them? But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.